15-2 your score. 3:24 to go, quarter number one. Broncos in a 13-point hole. Randolph Southern basketball have it out, ball out of bounds in front of their bench. Allen was at the front court for Randolph Southern, working against the Daleville 2-3 zone. Allen drives it right wing, goes down inside with it to Mills, who scores it, puts Randolph Southern up now by a 17-2 count. Sigler to Sigler, both Siglers in the ball game for Daleville. Now Smith with it high right. Smith comes near side with it to Tige. Tige penetrates into the lane, has it stripped away, loose, picked up, and we're going to get a reach in. Nope. Jump ball call there. Possession arrow favors Randolph Southern. Substitution for Randolph Southern. Sullivan sits down. Broncos trigger the ball in bounds. Smith with it now, top of the key. Smith penetrates, reverses. 17-foot fallaway jump shots up and good. Pulls Daleville to within 13 into the front court. Quickly with it is Coyle. He penetrates, goes high left side with it to his brother. Back out on top. Near side it comes. Now that's Allen back to Coyle between the circles. Coyle goes high left with it. Mills back to Coyle, working against the Broncos zone. Mills penetrates into the lane, dumps it off inside to, that is Coyle. Fenton Coyle with the basket for Randolph Southern, puts him back up by 15. Smith with it now for Daleville, being guarded closely there by Grady Coyle. Goes left wing with it now to Tige. Tige penetrates into the lane, left hand scoop shots up and good. Carson Tige with the basket for the Broncos. Pulls Daleville back to within 13. Up quickly with it for Randolph Southern into the left corner. We have a new player into the ball game. Now that's Coyle with it, top of the key. Coyle penetrates into the lane, puts up a scoop shot off the iron, no. But gets his own rebound, puts it back up and scores it. Makes it a 21-6 Randolph Southern lead as we are under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Sigler comes near side with it to Tige. Tige left wing. Goes back to Sigler, top of the key, penetrates, backs it back out, spins, penetrates, has it stripped away and stolen. Up quickly for Randolph Southern. They go down inside with it to Coyle, kick it back out on top. Randolph Southern's numbers are rather hard to read as it's black on green. There's a three-pointer off the back iron, no good by Coyle. And rebound is taken off by Kyler Phillips, and he's fouled. Phillips of Randolph Southern.
That's his first, team's third.
Foul goes against Smith of the Broncos.
Substitution for the Substitution for the Broncos.
Mills sits down for Randolph Southern, as does Sigler. Randolph Southern triggers the ball in bounds, gets the ball in wide open. Brady Coyle for 2 points puts the Southern Rebels up by a 23-6 count. Hamilton with it now for Daleville. Penetrates into the lane, scoop shot up off the iron, no. Rebounds fought for, finally cleared off by Sullivan. He gets off quickly to Allen, up quickly to Coyle. Coyle drives the baseline, dumps it off to his brother who scores it, making it 25-6. That was Fenton Coyle who scored for these Rebels. Tige with it now for Daleville between the circles, goes right side with it to Hamilton. Hamilton between the legs dribble, backs it back out, gives off to Thomas Smith, who penetrates into the lane, puts up a scoop shot, up off the iron, no, but he's fouled. Knocked to the ground is Smith. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Broncos trail it by 19, 12 seconds to go here, first quarter of play. Smith's free throw. Rattles around and falls off, no good. Thomas comes in averaging 7.5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist per contest. Brady's his second. That one rattles around, falls in, makes it a 25-7 count here. Up quickly for Sutherland. They get it up to Coyle. Coyle drives the baseline. High above the rim, off the glass, and scores it. That's Grady Coyle, makes it 27-7. Tig with it, goes down inside and out of bounds as Isaac Elam, who entered the ball game, was not able to handle the pass, and that's going to do it for the first quarter play. Broncos trail it by 20. We'll be back with second quarter action in a minute. You're listening to Bronco basketball on Daleville Athletic. The Randolph Southern Rebels, one of their strongest teams in quite some time, come into Bronco Fieldhouse and put up 27 points here in the first quarter. They lead it by 20. Rebels coming back are going with Grady Coyle, Kyler Phillips, number 32 in the ball game, that's Shinover. Near side it comes to Coyle. Coyle goes down the baseline. They go inside, back out to Coyle. Penetrates, kicks it off left side. That is Phillips with it, back to Coyle. Coyle near side with it to Shinover. Back to Coyle, penetrates into the lane. Kicks it back out on top. Near side it comes to Shinover, deflected out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Shinover of Randolph Southern. Turnover gives the ball back over to Daleville. Smith will trigger the ball inbounds to Braden Sigler. Sigler comes near side to Ty. He drives the lane and can't get the shot off, but reach in foul against Randolph Southern. Ball's on the floor, so it'll be Bronco basketball on the baseline. Smith will triggers the ball inbounds to Ty. Ty top of the key. Back to Smith. Smith penetrates. 17-foot fall away, short. Rebound, loose, fought for, and finally picked up by Randolph Southern. They get up quickly to Coyle. Down inside they go to Grady Coyle, who misses a shot, and Fenton Coyle gets the rebound, puts it up, no good, but another shot's no good, put up by Shinover, but Randolph Southern clears the offensive rebound. Coyle gets it out on top. They work the ball around the perimeter. That is Phillips for Randolph Southern working against the Daleville zone. High left side it comes to Coyle. He's double teamed. Goes down the baseline with it. That is Mills. There's a three-pointer by Coyle. Is short. Rebound is cleared off by the Broncos. Up quickly is Tig, right baseline. Drives the baseline. He's cut off. Looks. Kicks it out near side, but it's knocked away and stolen away. Up quickly for Randolph Southern is Mills. His shot in the lane is no good. We're going to get Mills on an offensive foul. Gives the ball back over to Daleville.
Foul number 2, Brody Mills, his second. Team second.
Sigler goes left side with it. That is Hamilton. Back out on top to Smith. Near side it comes to Tig, left wing. Tig looking. Between the legs dribble. Finally gives it off. Down the baseline to Hamilton. Hamilton having a hard time working against the sticky man-to-man defense of Randolph Southern. They put ball pressure on. They make the Broncos run their offense, most of it outside the three-point line. There's a wild shot put up by Smith. Rebound's cleared off by Allen of Randolph Southern. Smith penetrates the lane but was unable to finish. Randolph Southern tries to push it quickly, but they throw it off the outstretched fingers of Fenton Coyle. Turnover gives the ball back over to Daleville. Substitution for the Broncos. Isaac Elam sits down. Sigler with it now between the circles. Goes right wing. Has it knocked away momentarily. Loose ball picked up by Randolph Southern. Up quickly comes Allen. Allen gives it back off. They come near side with it. Now on the baseline. There's a three-pointer by Shinover. Is no good. Rebound's cleared off by Smith of Daleville. He gets it off to Sigler. They go down inside with it. Smith picks up the loose ball, puts a short jump shot. It's short off the front iron, and rebound is cleared off by Phillips of Randolph Southern. And with that, the Rebels take a timeout, so we'll take a short break. You're listening to Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. Back here at Daleville High School, where the Broncos trail it by a 27-7 count here, with 5:18 to go in the second quarter. Actually, neither team has scored here in the first 2 minutes and 12 seconds, or actually nearly 3 minutes of the second quarter after Randolph Southern had put up 27 in the first. Rebel basketball, they go down inside with it. There's a turnaround shot in the lane by Phillips, is good. Puts Randolph Southern up by 22. King with it, now goes high right side with it to Tig, back to King, works it to Sigler. Sigler high left. He penetrates into the lane, kicks it baseline to Tig. Tig drives right baseline, puts up a shot in the lane, scores it. Makes it a 29-9 Rebel lead. Allen with it for Randolph Southern, goes over to Phillips. Phillips tries to go inside to Sullivan. They go down on the baseline. There's a drive by Coyle. Shots up, no good. Rebounds loose and fought for, and finally picked up by the Broncos up quickly. And there's a shot in the lane. Actually, not a shot, but tied up in the lane is Bryson Sigler, and he's fouled. Apparently, they say no shot, so Broncos will have it on the end line to get the ball inbounds quickly. They work the ball around to Smith. His three-pointer's no good. Rebound is cleared off by Sullivan. Sullivan gets it off to Phillips. Phillips gets it back up to Sullivan, left wing. He looks, goes high post with it, but has it deflected, knocked away, and stolen away by Daleville. King in the front court now. He penetrates into the lane, puts up a left-hand runner, off the iron, no. Rebound cleared off by Randolph Southern's Coyle, gets it up quickly to Allen. Allen penetrates in the lane, goes down the baseline with it. There's a shot up on the baseline by Shinover's no good. Rebound pulled off by Randolph Southern's Sullivan, who puts it back up and scores it, and that makes it a 31-9 score. Rebels lead it by 22. Here near side the ball comes to Smith. Smith penetrates into the lane, has it knocked away. We're going to get a reach-in foul against Randolph Southern, and that's going to go in against Shinover.
Foul number 22, Shinover, that's his second. Team's third substitution.
Third foul of the quarter against Randolph Southern. Broncos trigger the ball inbounds. Smith with it now, top of the key, penetrates, pulls up 16-footer straight away off the backboard, no good. Up quickly for Randolph Southern comes Allen. His shot off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled off by Coyle. Now Allen with it, goes high left with it to Phillips. Back out to Allen between the circles. Now Coyle. Now left wing it goes to Phillips. Near side it comes to Allen. Allen goes baseline. Coyle three-pointer right baseline's too strong. Rebound is cleared off by the Broncos' Braden Sigler. Sigler drives it right. Backs it out, goes back in, loses it out of bounds. They say not touched by Randolph Southern, so it's a turnover. Gives the ball back over to the Rebels. Substitution for Daleville. Jeffrey Hamilton returns the lineup as there's a three-pointer by Coyle off the back iron, no good. Gets his own rebound. Follow-up shot, 10-footer in the lane is up and good. Timeout. Broncos, 30 seconds. We'll take a short break. Broncos trail it by a 33-9 count. It'll be Bronco basketball. 2:38 to go in the ball game, or correction, in the half, I should say. King with it for Daleville. Into the front court, working against the Southern man-to-man. He goes high right side with it to Smith. Smith right wing, penetrates into the lane, has it knocked away and stolen away. Up with it for Randolph Southern. Quickly, on deflected turnover, but loose ball's picked up by Sullivan, who goes to the glass and scores it. Makes it a 35-9 Rebel lead. Near side, it comes to Hamilton, now to Tig. Tig between the circles to Sigler. Sigler back to Tig. He penetrates after the shot fake, comes near side with it to Hamilton. Hamilton, Tig, top of the key to high post, I should say, goes to Smith. His scoop shot in the lane off the spin move is up and good, makes it a 35-11 Rebel lead. Phillips with it, comes near side with it to Allen, down the baseline to Coyle. Coyle drives the baseline, kicks it back out on top. They work the ball around the perimeter. Three-pointer, right wing by Allen is good. Rattles around and falls, makes it a 38-11 Rebel lead. Tig, 15-foot baseline jump shot. Fall away, no good. Rebound by Smith. He puts it back up. Reverse shot, no good. Won't go. Coyle with the rebound for Randolph Southern. Into the front court. Comes near side with it. There is a baseline drive shot, no good by Phillips. Rebounds cleared off by the Broncos. Up quickly is King. Goes left baseline to Tig. His three-pointer short. Rebounds cleared off by Allen. Allen up quickly for the Rebels. He's going to take it all the way to the glass, lay it up, and score. That makes it a 40-11 Rebel lead here with 50 seconds to go in the second quarter. Smith's three-pointer for Daleville is up and good. Makes it a 40-14 ball game as Coyle brings the ball up for Randolph Southern. He goes left wing with it to his brother. That's Grady Coyle. Now between the circles to Allen. Near side it comes to Phillips. There's a three-pointer by Allen. It rims in and out, no good. But Hamilton's unable to corral the rebound. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Rebel basketball on the baseline. Phillips sits down for Randolph Southern as Mills re-enters. And Smith sits down and Elam re-enters for Daleville. Allen on the baseline goes inside with it to Mills. They work the ball around the perimeter. Coyle with it now top of the key. They skip it across near side to Coyle. Coyle drives the baseline. That's Fenton Coyle. His shots up won't go. Loose ball. Rebound pulled off by Hamilton. Hamilton now in the front court for Southern. Gives it off to Tig. Nearly drags his pivot foot, but no call. Sigler three-pointer right wing is short. Rebound cleared off by Grady Coyle of Randolph Southern. He gets it up quickly to Allen. Allen is bumped and fouled as he sprawls to the ground. Foul goes against Braden Sigler. It will be Southern basketball in front of the Bronco bench. Allen will trigger it in, goes inside with it to Coyle. Ball's knocked away, but finally picked up by Sullivan as the horn sounds for the end of the second quarter of play. Your score at halftime, Randolph Southern 40, Daleville 14. And we'll be back hopefully with some halftime numbers. You're listening to Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. Back here at halftime, where the Randolph Southern Rebels hold a 40-14 lead over the Daleville Broncos. Look at the scoring first for Randolph Southern. Brody Mills, 2 2-point field goals for 4 points. Fenton Coyle, 3 2-point field goals, 1 free throw, 1 or 2 from the line for 7. Grady Coyle, 4 2-point field goals for 8 points. Noah Allen, 3 3-point field goals, 2 2-point field goals. And that is good for 13 first half points. Brody Sullivan has 3 2-point field goals for 6 points. And off the bench, Kyler Phillips has 1 2-point field goal for 2 points. So the Rebels are led in scoring by Noah Allen's 13 points at halftime, and the Broncos, the Rebels, as we said, put up 40 points there in the first half. Broncos with only 14 points. Thomas Smith has 1 3-point field goal, 2 2-point field goals, and a free throw, good for 8 points. Carson Tighe, 2 2-point field goals for 4 points, and Jeffrey Hamilton has 1 2-point field goal for 2 points. So the Broncos are led there in scoring there in the first half by Thomas Smith's 8 points. We'll take a couple more minutes break and be back with second half action. You're listening to Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. Just about ready here to start second half action. Daleville comes back with Bryson Sigler, Braden Sigler, King, Tige, and Hamilton. Southern will come back with Allen, Mills, Coyle, and Sullivan. Randolph Southern tries to feed the high post, is knocked away, nearly stolen away, but Southern comes back up with it. Coyle with it between the circles, being guarded by Bryson Sigler, goes high post with it to Fenton. Coyle gives it off to Allen. Allen now to Mills. Mills to Coyle. That's Grady Coyle. He backs it out, gives it off to Fenton. Coyle in the lane. He takes it all the way to the glass and scores it, makes it a 42-14 Southern lead. Tige with it now for Daleville, drives right baseline, gives it off to Sigler. They give it down the baseline. Hamilton's three-pointer off the front iron, no good. Rebound's cleared off by Sullivan of Randolph Southern. He gets it up quickly to Coyle. Coyle drives right baseline, kicks it out. Allen with it, drives it, puts up a runner, no good, but he's fouled on the way to the basket. Foul goes against Bryson Sigler. They say it was before the shot. Randolph Southern lobs the ball inbounds. There's a turnaround shot on the right block. Is scored by Brody Mills of Randolph Southern. Gives them a 44-14 lead. Sigler now to King. King near side to Tige. Tige back to King. Penetrates into the lane. Pulls up. 12-footer. 12-foot runner is good by King. Pulls Daleville back toward them 28, I should say. Randolph Southern, they go down inside to Sullivan. Give it back out to Mills. Tries to go to Sullivan. He can't handle it, but the loose ball's picked up by Allen, and he tries to bounce pass it inside to Sullivan, but it goes right past him and out of bounds. Turnover, gives the ball back over to the Broncos. Sigler with it for Daleville, skips it across to Tige. Tige's baseline drive, puts up a shot, no good, but he's fouled. So Carson Tige will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Foul number 2, Brady Mills, that's his third. Team's first. Tige shooting 2.
Carson Tige readies his first free throw. That was up and good. Tige's second free throw. Also good, makes it a 44-18 Randolph Southern lead here with 6:10 to go in the third quarter of play. Quick turnover there by Randolph Southern's Mills. Up quickly for the Broncos. Tige has it now in the corner. His shot's no good, but the putback by Braden Sigler is good. Makes it a 44-20 Rebel lead. Coyle drives baseline. He's cut off, and we got a whistle. And they say a Bronco player had possession, stepped on the end line, so Southern will have it underneath their own basket. Allen will trigger it in. He tries to get the ball inbounds. Thought he was going to Coyle, but Coyle thought he was throwing to somebody else, pulled his hands away, ball went out of bounds, turnover, gives the ball back over to Daleville. Jeffrey Hamilton will trigger the ball inbounds for Daleville, gets the ball inbounds to King. King now being guarded by Sullivan in the backcourt. Gives it off to Bryson Sigler. Southern in the half-court trap, forces a turnover. Sigler throws it right into the defense. Up quickly for Randolph Southern is Coyle. He drives the lane, puts up a scoop shot, won't go. Rebounds loose and fought for. And got a whistle out of bounds. Last touched by Grady Coyle. Gives the ball back over to the Broncos. King now working against some half-court pressure there by Randolph Southern. Sigler with it high left, goes down the baseline to Tige. His layup is no good, misses it. Rebound comes off to Allen of Randolph Southern, goes baseline with it to Coyle. Coyle drives the lane, puts up a runner, off the back iron, no good. Rebounds fought for, finally picked up by Sigler of Daleville. Sigler circles back, skips across baseline to Tige. They go out on top to King. King's three-pointer is short. Rebounds fought for, picked up by Tige. Kick it out to King, another three-pointer. This time he knocks it down. King with a three-point basket pulls Daleville to within 21 44-23 to score, and with that, Randolph Southern takes a 30-second timeout, so we'll take a short break. Broncos trail it by 21. (44-23) your score. Broncos have trimmed what was a 30-point deficit down to 21. And it'll be Randolph Southern ball in front of the Bronco bench. They trigger the ball inbounds. Coyle throws it into Allen. Allen goes high right side with it to Coyle. Coyle penetrates into the lane, skips it across near side to Allen. Allen being guarded by King, drives it left, has it knocked away momentarily, but he drives back into the lane, puts up a runner off the glass, scores it. Allen with the basket, makes it a 46-23 game. King to Sigler, back to King, three-pointer, off the iron, no. Rebounds fought for, finally cleared off by Sullivan of Randolph Southern, gets it to Allen, now to Coyle. Coyle penetrates into the lane, kicks it out on top, they work the ball near side to Allen. Allen drives it, goes baseline with it to Sullivan. Sullivan shot fake, spin, kicks it out on top to Coyle. That is Fenton Coyle who drives it, kicks it back out to... That's back out on top to Allen. It had gone momentarily to Mills. They go now to Sullivan, high right side, being guarded closely by Ty. He gives it off to Coyle. Near side it comes now to Mills. Mills skips across. Coyle now to Sullivan, penetrates. Loses it momentarily, but it's picked up by Sullivan. Sullivan drives it right side. He's cut off by Ty. Now he's tied up by Sigler. Jump ball, possession arrow, points in the direction of Daleville. 3:39 to go here. Third quarter play. Broncos trail it by 23. King goes high left side to Sigler. Sigler penetrates, backs it out, hands it off to Ty. He drives it left side, has it, loses it out of bounds, but last touched by Coyle. That is Fenton Coyle. Broncos will have it out of bounds on the baseline. Bryson Sigler will trigger it in, throws it in deep to King. King being guarded closely by Allen. He drives it left, gives it off to Sigler. Sigler crosses over, back to King, left baseline drive, puts up a runner. Looping shot, no good. Rebounds cleared off by Randolph Southern. Up quickly is Allen. Allen goes inside with it and finds a wide open Fenton Coyle who scores it, makes it a 48-23 Rebel lead. King kicks it off to Allen. Near side it comes to Hamilton. Back to Sigler. There's a 12-footer in the lane. Shot up by Tig is good. Makes it a 48-25 ball game here as we are under 3 minutes in the third. And Coyle, baseline drive, but before he can get to the basket, they say he drug his pivot foot. Turnover, gives the ball back over to Daleville. And it'll be Braden Sigler triggering the ball inbounds. King with it. Randolph Southern still in a man-to-man defense. King comes near side with it to Hamilton. Hamilton crosses over, steps back, looks, gives it off to Tig. Tig high right side being guarded by Sullivan. Tig penetrates into the lane, dumps it off to Sigler. Sigler shot in the lane's up and good. Makes it a 48-27 ball game. Allen with it for Randolph Southern. Kieran's near side with it to Mills. That goes inside with it. That is Phillips who's in the lineup. Dumps it off to Allen. He drives right baseline, puts it up. The ball goes in. They say offensive foul against Allen of Randolph Southern. Gives the ball back over to the Broncos. Broncos with an opportunity now to get it under 20 with still over 10 minutes to go in the ball game. King jogs up slowly for Daleville, drives it left, goes baseline to Sigler. Sigler now penetrates into the lane, crosses over, loses it. Loose ball's picked up by Allen. He'll take it to length to score. Goes off off the glass, and Fenton Coyle with the putback dunk.
2-point basket, Fenton Coyle.
Makes it a 50-27 score as we're under 2 minutes to play here in the third, but Bryson Sigler is hobbling off the court. It looks as though he's got possibly an ankle injury. So substitution for Daleville. Thomas Smith re-enters. So Broncos go with Smith, Braden Sigler, Hamilton, Tighe, and Carter King. Sigler now crosses over, penetrates. Now centers it, goes back high left side to King. King centers, gives it back to Sigler. Sigler penetrates, kicks it back out to King. King's three-pointer off the iron, no rebounds, cleared off by Fenton Coyle of Randolph Southern. They get the ball up quickly. That is Allen with it. Allen now, actually that's Phillips into the lineup for Randolph Southern. Goes down inside to Mills. His shot in the lane's no good, but his putback is good. So Brody Mills gets the putback basket. Makes it a 52-27 game. Ball's nearly stolen away there by Grady Coyle, but Broncos will retain possession. Will have it out of bounds in front of their own bench. 1:05 to go here, third quarter. 52-27 your score. Randolph Southern leads it. King to Thomas, high left. We're under a minute to play. Thomas, fall-away jump shot, in and out, won't go. Rebound is cleared off by Phillips. He gets it up quickly to Allen. Allen penetrates in the lane. His left-handed layup is up and good. Broncos, nobody slides over to cut off Allen and makes it a 54-27 game. There's a three-pointer by Hamilton is no good by Daleville. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Broncos will retain possession. And what's going to be? 30-second timeout taken by Daleville with 37 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Correction, they've changed that to full timeout, so we'll take a short break. This is Bronco basketball and Daleville Athletics. (54-27) your score, 37 seconds to go here, third quarter of play. Randolph Southern leads it. Daleville have the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. Braden Sigler trigger the ball in bounds. Southern in a man-to-man. We'll see what Daleville runs here. Sigler tries to throw it in deep, but it's deflected and stolen away, and they get the ball up to Coyle. He loses his footing. And we've got a whistle, and they say somebody stepped on the out-of-bounds line. Apparently, it was Daleville. Apparently, Daleville had possession when that happened, so it's Southern basketball here with 32 seconds to go in the quarter. Allen will trigger the ball in bounds to Coyle. He drives left baseline, takes it all the way to the rim, but lays it up, and it rolls off. Gives the ball back over to Daleville. Actually up with a rebound is Sigler. Gets it off to Smith. Smith's three-pointer off the front iron. No rebounds cleared off by Coyle. Coyle. Now Allen. Allen drives it into the paint, pulls up, 12-footer off the glass, no. But the ball's picked up by Coyle, who finds a wide open Brody Mills under the basket, and who scores it, makes it a 56-27. 56-27 score, but at the buzzer, Carter King knocks down about a 35-foot three-pointer, gives us a 56-30 score here at the end of 3 quarters of play. You are listening to Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. After being outscored 27-7 in the first quarter and 13-7 in the second quarter, Broncos played even basketball with Randolph Southern as both teams scored 16 points there in the third. Unfortunately, that's not going to do you much good if you can't cut into what's already a 26-point lead. It'll be Randolph Southern basketball here to start the fourth quarter of play. Brody Mills will trigger the ball inbounds. Gets it into Kyler Phillips. Phillips, high right side. It goes to Coyle. Now, Fenton Coyle. He drives the lane, puts a scoop shot off the glass, and scores it. Fenton Coyle with the basket will go to the line with a chance for the three-point play.
Broncos number 23, Ty. That's his first, team second. Substitution, Broncos number 5, Sigler.
Fenton Coyle. Free throws up and good. Makes it a 59-30 Rebel lead. Sigler with it. Gives it off to his brother. That is Bryson with it now. Bryson to Tig. Tig, top of the key. Hands it off to Braden Sigler. Goes right baseline with it now to Hamilton. Back out on top to Sigler. Now to Bryson Sigler. Braden Sigler has it. Goes left side to Hamilton. Hamilton thinks about it, gives it off to Braden. Near side it comes to Tig. Tig kicks it out to Hamilton. His three-pointer right baseline's up and good. Jeffrey Hamilton with the three-point basket makes it a 59-33 score. Coyle up quickly for Randolph Southern. Promptly dribbles it off his leg, loses it. Up with it is Hamilton. Hamilton has it stolen away from behind. Coyle gets it up to Grady Coyle. Coyle into the lane, Euro step. We got a whistle. An offensive foul against Grady Coyle as he made the little Euro step move there, bumped into a Daleville defender. Gives the ball back over to the Broncos. We're under 7 to go. Braden Sigler inbounds the ball to Smith, who promptly loses it, and Coyle with it behind the back dribble, backs it back out, falls to the ground, kicks it out to his brother, and that is Fenton Coyle, who's tied up by Sigler, tied up by Bryson Sigler. So it'll be Daleville basketball as the possession arrow points in their direction. Smith triggers the ball inbounds to Bryson Sigler. Sigler, front court. Penetrates into the lane, step back, loses it momentarily, spins, goes down, and tries to go down inside to Smith, but it's stolen away by Coyle. That's Grady Coyle. Takes it to the length, backs it out, kicks it back out on top to Mills. Now Coyle with it, penetrates into the lane. Shot is up and good. That is Grady Coyle, who is able to drop the basket in. And he'll go to the line to shoot a free throw, but we had some pushing and shoving called, and there was a technical foul called. And I think it's going to go against Randolph Southern. Yep.
Technical foul number 3.
It goes against Fenton Coyle. So, not sure exactly what precipitated that. Some physical play there, but it's been physical all night. I'm guessing some words were exchanged. So Grady Coyle will will go to the line to shoot the free throw on the foul, the regular foul. Shot's up and good. So that completes the three-point play, making the score 62-33. And now Daleville's going to shoot a pair of free throws, I'm assuming. And Braden Sigler will shoot those. First one's up and good. Second one also good. Makes it a 62-35 score, so it'll be Bronco basketball. Carson Tighe will trigger the ball inbounds on the near side. He'll trigger it into Braden Sigler. Sigler into the front court. Crosses over, penetrates, gives it to Tighe. Tighe gives it back to Sigler. Broncos nearly lost it there. Bryson Sigler with it now, penetrates into the lane, kicks it out to Hamilton. Hamilton thinks about a three, comes back out on top with it. Tighe penetrates into the lane, puts up a runner. It's up and good. Carson Tighe with a tough make there in the lane. Makes it a 62-37 score. And Carson with a chance for the three-point play. His free throw up and good. 62-38 your score now. Allen with it in the front court for Randolph Southern. Allen goes high right with it. That is Phillips. He penetrates in the lane. We've got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Braden Sigler, I believe. Correction, that's going to go against Bryson Sigler. So Southern basketball on the baseline. Allen will trigger it in. Looks, gets it into Sullivan. His 10-footer left baseline's up and good. Makes it 64-38. Bryson Sigler with it left wing. Comes near side with it to Smith. Smith penetrates, step back, 16-footer follow-away is good. Makes it a 64-40 ball game. That's Allen in the front court with it for Randolph Southern. Gives it, correction, that was Mills to Allen. Now Phillips, now Allen again. Allen penetrates, has it stripped away, but we're going to get a reach-in foul against Braden Sigler, I believe.
Foul on the Broncos, number 1, Braden Sigler, his second, team third. Shoemaker checks in the middle.
So it's Randolph Southern basketball on the baseline. Substitution for Randolph Southern, we'll get that in a second. Ball's thrown in to, shots up no good there by Randolph Southern on the substitution there. We'll get his name here momentarily. Broncos get the ball into the front court but promptly turn it over. And that now is Mills with it near side. It comes to Phillips. We've got a whistle and another foul call.
Foul on Broncos, number 5, Sigler, that's his fourth, team's fourth.
That foul goes against Bryson Sigler. His fourth. Team's fourth, so Randolph Southern have the ball out of bounds on the side. Phillips will trigger it in. Correction, going to be Allen to trigger it in. He looks, gets the ball inbounds to Phillips. Phillips now being guarded by Sigler, comes near side with it. That is Mills. Mills goes down inside with it to Shoemaker, who's in the lineup. Shots up, no good. Shoemaker gets the rebound, puts it back up, scores it. So basket for Shoemaker there. And we had a whistle. Not quite sure what that was about, but it's Bronco basketball nonetheless, as Bryson Sigler brings the ball in the front court. 66-40. Broncos trail it by 26. We are at the 4:30 mark. Bryson Sigler now tries to go inside with it, but throws it right in the hands of Randolph Southern player. Allen with it now, drives left baseline, spins, kicks it out. They go out on top with it to a new Randolph Southern player. Now Phillips have it. The new player in the lineup is Lloyd for Randolph Southern. Allen with it left wing, penetrates, kicks it out. And that was Phillips. Now Allen, right wing. Allen goes right side. That was Phillips. Back to Allen. They lob it inside. They try to lob it in to Shoemaker, the 6'7" sophomore. But we're going to get apparently a push off by Shoemaker as he was jockeying for position in there and pushed off. So turnover, gives the ball back over to Daleville. Randolph Southern's a young team. The only real key player that they have that's a senior is Noah Allen. He kind of runs the show, but everybody else will be back next year, so they're going to be strong here for another year or two. Tig with it for Daleville. Gives it off to Sigler. Goes baseline with it to Hamilton. His 15-foot baseline jump shot goes high off the iron. No good. Rebound is cleared off by Shoemaker. They get it up to Allen quickly. Now back to Allen. They find a wide open Shoemaker inside. He turns around and scores it. So the sophomore, Cameron Shoemaker, with a couple baskets here for Randolph Southern. 68-40 your score. Sigler with a three-pointer. That was Braden Sigler. It's off the iron. No good. Rebounds loose and fought for. Randolph Southern cannot corral it as it goes out of bounds on the near side. Gives the ball back over to Daleville. Substitution for Daleville into the lineup for the first time tonight for the Broncos is Braylon Randolph. King with it now for Daleville, who's re-entered the lineup. 3:10 to go in the ball game. Near side it comes to Hamilton. Hamilton drives it right. He's cut off. Kicks it back out to Sigler. Now to Tig, three-pointer straight away. It rims in and out, no good. Rebounds fought for. Out of bounds it goes. And they say last touch by Randolph Southern, so Broncos retain. They'll have it on the baseline. Braden Sigler, trigger the ball in bounds, gets it to Hamilton, and we got a whistle. They point to the Bronco bench. Not sure. Apparently a warning is going to go to the Bronco bench. Some jawing going over there. Don't know if that was a player or an assistant coach, but it's going to be Bronco basketball still. Sigler on the baseline. Kicks it into King. King penetrates. Now it goes to Braden Sigler. Uses a screen from Randolph, gives it off to Randolph. Now top of the key, now King with it. 2:40 to go in the ball game. King, 16-footer from left wing is good. Makes it a 68-42 ball game. Allen with it for Randolph Southern. Allen, three-pointer is good. Allen buries the three after using the ball screen. Didn't give it up, just kept it, put the shot up, scored it. There is Tig. His shot in the lane's no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up, no good. But we've got another whistle and a foul, apparently, against Randolph Southern. So Tig's going to go to the line to shoot two. Fifth foul of the quarter for Randolph Southern. Substitution for the Rebels as he's waiting at the scorer's table. Tig, second free throw. Or correction, first free throw is short. And sitting down is Allen, into the lineup for the first time tonight is number 24, Diego Soria. Tig's free throw. This one's good. 71-43 the score. Phillips with it now for Randolph Southern. Goes high right, so with it to Soria. That now in the lineup there is Shinover now for Randolph Southern. Goes down the baseline. That is Lloyd. Lloyd to Shinover. Shinover right side, being guarded closely by Daleville. Now that is Phillips, who penetrates into the lane, puts up a runner off the glass. No. Rebound, fought for, and cleared off by Braden Sigler. He gets it up quickly to Tig. Tig's going to take it to the glass. Reverse layup. He scores it on the left-hand reverse layup. Makes it a 71-45 ball game. Phillips with it now for Randolph Southern. He drives it right, crosses over into the lane, goes down inside to Shoemaker, who goes off the shot, loses it, and it's a turnover, gives it back to the Broncos. Carter King on the runner gets the shot to fall, and he's fouled, so he'll go to the line with a chance for a three-point play.
That's his first. King shooting one.
King's free throws up and good, makes it a 71-48 ball game. Substitutions for Randolph Southern into the lineup for the first time tonight is number 34. And I'm going to assume that's Long. He's the only 34 on the roster as a JV player. So I'm going to say that it's Long. I'm not 100% sure. Randolph Southern basketball. Schinover with it. He tries to go down inside with it to Shoemaker, but he loses it out of bounds. King with it now, gives it up to Tighe. Tighe drives left baseline, going to reach in foul against Randolph Southern.
Foul number 34 Long, that's his first. Tighe shooting two.
That foul goes against Long. Tighe will shoot a pair for Daleville. First one's up and good. Second free throw by Tighe is also good, makes it a 71-50 ball game. In the front court with it for Randolph Southern. They get the ball into Soria. His 15-footer off the back iron, no good. Rebound's fought for. Hamilton pulls down the rebound. He's fouled in the process. I think that foul is going to go against Dylan Schinover.
Foul number 32, Schinover, that's his third. Hamilton shooting two.
So Jeffrey Hamilton will shoot a pair for Daleville. 42 seconds to go in the ball game. Hamilton can get the Randolph Southern lead under 20 if he can knock down both free throws. Daleville's going to clear the bench here, bring some JV players in. Hamilton's free throws up and good, makes the score 71-52. So Broncos trim the lead to 19. And like, as I said, we've got wholesale substitutions. Tighe still out there for Daleville, but we have Randolph and a couple other new faces out there. Randolph Southern basketball. To get the ball out on top. Schinover takes the ball all the way to the glass and scores it for Randolph Southern. Makes it a 52-73 game. There is a drive and a shot is put up no good there by Jet Fox. Soria with it for Randolph Southern. Goes high right side with it now as we're down to 7 seconds. Soria. His three-pointer is up and good. So Diego Soria with the three-point basket just before the horn sounds, making your final score. Randolph Southern 76, Daleville 52. We'll take a couple-minute break and be back with some final numbers. You're listening to Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. Back here at Daleville High School, where the Randolph Southern Rebels have taken a 76-52 Mid-Eastern Conference victory over the Daleville Broncos. And as we look at the score by quarters, we mentioned a couple times earlier, Randolph Southern jumped out to a 27-7 lead after one quarter of play. Then they outscored Daleville 13-7 in the second quarter to make it 40-14 at halftime. the teams played even in the third quarter, with both teams scoring 16 points, but Randolph Southern maintaining that 26-point lead. In the fourth quarter, Daleville was able to outscore Randolph Southern 22-20, but that trimmed only 2 points off the lead, and it gave you a final score of Randolph Southern 76, Daleville 52. We'll take a couple more minutes of break, and then we will be back with your individual scoring numbers. Hopefully, you're listening to Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. Here's some individual scoring numbers. First for the victorious Randolph Southern Rebels. As we glance over the score sheet here, they had 4 players in double figures and the 5th player with 8 points. Brody Mills had 10 points. Fenton Coyle, 16 points. Grady Coyle, 11 points. Noah Allen led the Rebels with 20 points. Brody Sullivan had 8 points. Kyler Phillips had 2 points off the bench. Diego Soria had a 3-pointer there late for 3. Cameron Shoemaker, the big sophomore, came in and had 2 2-point baskets for 4 points. And Dylan Schinover had a 2-point basket for 2 points to account for their 76 points. So again, the Rebels were led by Allen's 20, Fenton Coyle's 16, Grady Coyle's 11, and Brody Mills's 10. Balanced scoring there for the Rebels. So we look at Broncos. They were led tonight by Carson Tighe, 16 points. Carson King had 13 points. Those are the only, I was going to say only double-figure scores, but I stand corrected. Thomas Smith had 10 points. Jeffrey Hamilton, 7. Bryson Sigler, 4. Correction, that's Brady Sigler Braden Sigler had 4, and Bryson Sigler had 2. And that's your scoring for Daleville again. So again, the Broncos were led by the 16 points of Carson Tighe, the 13 points of Carter King. Those are your only 2 players in double figures for the Broncos tonight. Again, your final score, 76-52, Randolph Southern with the victory. That runs their record to 14-4 and 5-2 in the Mid-Eastern Conference. Broncos record falls to 3-11, 2-6 in MEC play. We mentioned Randolph Southern has an important Mid-Eastern Conference game Saturday at Shenandoah. That's an afternoon game. Broncos play an afternoon game also on Saturday. That is at 2:30 p.m. at Seton Catholic, which of course is down in Richmond. And then their next home game after that, or the next game after that, is a home game a week from Friday against Union City. That's going to just about do it from here at Daleville High School. We'll see you next time. Good evening, everyone.